You're giving everything you have, and still, it feels like it's never enough. Every morning, you wake up early, you work for your family. At the office, you pour yourself into your work more than anyone else. And yet, someone else gets the recognition. And when you come home, no one says thank you. You're already doing so much, so what more are you supposed to do? On nights like that, lying in bed, staring up at the ceiling, have you ever found yourself thinking, what am I even doing all this for? As it turns out, someone 2,500 years ago felt exactly the same way. And with just one quiet question, the Buddha changed the entire direction of that person's life. Today, I'd like to share that story with you. Long ago, there was a young monk who had come to study under the Buddha. His name hasn't been passed down to us, so let's simply call him the young man. He was, by any measure, extraordinarily dedicated. He rose earlier than anyone else, sat in meditation later than anyone else, and walked the longest routes during the morning alms rounds. He ate only what he absolutely needed, cut back on sleep, and devoted every waking hour to his practice. And yet, months passed, and his heart grew no quieter. If anything, the anxiety only deepened. He would glance over at a fellow monk sitting in peaceful stillness and think, has he already come close to awakening?
The feeling that everyone was moving forward while he alone was being left behind gnawed at him, until even sleep became difficult.
Then one day he reached his limit. He went to the Buddha and said, I am exhausted. I believe I have worked harder than anyone here, and yet my heart is no lighter than the day I arrived. Perhaps I simply lack the capacity for this. I am thinking of getting up and returning home. The Buddha looked at him quietly for a long moment. Then he asked gently, before you left home to become a monk, what did you do? I played the lute, the young man answered. The Buddha nodded slowly. Then tell me this, if you tune the strings of your lute too tightly, what happens? They break. And if you leave them too loose, no sound comes out. Exactly. A lute string that is too tight will snap. One that is too slack will stay silent. Only when it is tuned to just the right tension does it sing. Practice is no different. The Buddha continued, you are not lacking in effort. The string of your effort has simply been wound too tight, and a string pulled past its limit will eventually break. What matters is not how hard you pull, but knowing how much tension is just right. Hearing those words, the young man began to weep. For the first time, he understood. He had been tightening the string until it was ready to snap. This story of the lute string points to one of the most essential teachings in Buddhism. It is called the middle way. Simply put, the middle way means this: don't lean too far in either direction. Not too harsh, not too lenient. Walk the path that runs gently through the middle. And woven closely into this teaching is today's theme, the Buddhist concept of right effort, known in Japanese as shojin. When many people hear the word shojin, they might picture gritting your teeth and pushing through, enduring, sacrificing. There's even a type of austere Buddhist cuisine called shojin ryori, so the word can carry a sense of strict self-denial. But what Buddhism actually teaches about right effort is something a little different. Right effort means moving in the right direction, with wholehearted intention, and continuing steadily without giving up. The key phrase here is in the right direction. No matter how hard you run, if you're headed the wrong way, every step only takes you further from where you want to be. That is precisely what the Buddha was pointing to with the image of the lute string. The young monk was undeniably working hard. But underneath that effort was a restless grasping. I want to awaken. I want to be recognized. I want to be further along than everyone else. His effort was being driven by anxiety and clinging. The effort itself wasn't the problem. It was the direction of the heart behind the effort that had gone astray. The Buddha taught 6 essential practices for living with wisdom and grace: generosity, ethical conduct, patience, right effort, meditation, and wisdom. Together they are known as the six perfections. Right effort is one of these six, and in a sense it serves as the foundation for all the others. Even the most beautiful intention is meaningless if it isn't sustained. That sustaining power, that is right effort. But here too there is a quiet danger. When we tell ourselves, I have to keep going, and begin to drive ourselves relentlessly, effort can quietly transform into something else entirely. Mere austerity, punishment without purpose. The Buddha himself, before his awakening, spent 6 years practicing severe austerities. He fasted until his body wasted away. He came close to death, and still, awakening did not come, so he stopped. He accepted a bowl of rice porridge offered by a young village woman, allowed his body to recover, and then sat quietly beneath a tree in gentle, open meditation. And it was there that he awakened. Pushing yourself to the breaking point is not right effort. Hurting yourself is not devotion. The Buddha showed us this truth not through words alone, but through his own lived experience. So how might this teaching on right effort find its way into our lives today? Let's think about it together in a concrete way. First, for those of you who are working, you rush through your days, always chasing the next task, until suddenly it's night again. You drag yourself home, too tired even to draw a bath, and fall asleep where you sit. Many people are living exactly this way. In moments like these, telling yourself, I have to push harder, that might be, in the words of the Buddha, simply tightening an already taut string a little further. Before anything else, try pausing and asking yourself this: why am I working so hard at this right now? If the answer is because I want to be recognized, or because I can't stand losing, or because I'm afraid, then perhaps what you need isn't more effort. Perhaps you need a moment to simply stop. Right effort is not about chasing results. It is about bringing your full heart to this moment right in front of you. Engage with the work before you, thoughtfully and with care. Do each small task until you can say quietly, yes, this is enough. And when you're done, put it down. Rest. Truly rest. That is what the Buddhist teaching calls right effort. Now, let's turn to relationships. Some of us give and give, for our families, our friends, our colleagues, until there's almost nothing left of ourselves. At a glance, this might look like devotion, but when your own heart is worn down to nothing, the Buddha said, first, bring yourself into balance. If your own heart is not at peace, you cannot truly care for another. And so resting yourself, being gentle with yourself, that too is a form of right effort. I'm going to rest today. Today I'm going to spend time on myself. There is no reason to feel guilty for thinking this. And one more thing, as we grow older, we sometimes find ourselves giving up on things with thoughts like, I'm not young anymore, or it's too late for me now. But there is no such thing as too late when it comes to right effort. Among the Buddha's disciples, there are those said to have left home and begun their practice well past the age of 80. What matters is not when you began, but whether your heart is turned toward it now, in this moment. When you open your eyes in the morning, it is enough to simply think, today I will do just one thing I'm capable of. One step is enough, even if you're standing in the same place you stood yesterday. As long as your heart is pointing forward, that is already right effort. Even if no results come, even if no one notices, the quiet, steady way you keep going, that in itself is something precious. Before I close, I would like to leave you with one thing. Right effort is not about driving yourself into the ground. Right effort is about never losing sight of yourself. Tighten the lute string too much, and it snaps. Leave it too loose, and it falls silent. But when it is tuned to just the right tension, it sings, a sound that reaches straight into the heart. Your life is the same. You don't have to push past your limits, but you don't have to stop walking either. Simply live today at your own gentle pace, with care and attention. That is the true meaning of right effort, as the Buddha taught it. If you are tired right now, Please, rest. That is not laziness. You are tuning your string. And when the day comes that you're ready to move again, take just one step. May your every day be filled with the beautiful one-of-a-kind sound that only you can make. Thank you so much for staying with me all the way to the end. This is Wabi Sabi Moment, a channel where we walk through the present moment together, guided by the quiet wisdom of ancient Buddhist teachings. If these words have touched you in some small way, it would mean a great deal if you subscribed and left a like. I hope to meet you again in the next story. May today be a day that feels truly, gently yours.